Hi there, I'm Jeanette, stampingwithsafiandme.com. My little project for you today is this one. How cute is this? It wasn't going to take me long to use the cat punch, being an absolute mad cat person. So I'm delighted to bring this project to you today. It is a gift box with 4 matching gift cards inside. I've actually made 3 of them. I'm going to make the 4th one with you today. How cute are these? They are just absolutely stunning. They are very contemporary, very clean, very clear cut. There's not much fuss going on, but you've got the cuteness of that little bow and the little hello, which is part of his collar. I hope you love these as much as I do. I think they're just absolutely gorgeous. I'm actually going to do 2 videos for you today. I'm going to do the cards and then I'm going to do the box. I'm going to show you how to put that together, just so that the video isn't too long. Otherwise I think we might be here for quite some time. So the bits and pieces we're going to be using today, I'll just pop that to one side. We're going to use the gorgeous Designer Series paper, which is the wood textures design. You get 48 sheets, 4 of each, and they are all 6x6. So that's what we're going to be using today. That's from the annual catalogue. And then from the new catalogue, I'm going to be using my gorgeous cat punch. Adore this. I just absolutely love it, of course. My website is stampingwithsafiandme.com. Yeah, I'm just mad about cats, as you know, because I've already told you. Put that to one side. And then the stamp set that we're going to be using is a Thoughtful Banners, a really, really useful stamp set to have. I needed to find something small enough to look just right on the collar, and I think I've got that with a little hello, and I think it looks absolutely perfect on the size of the cat. So you could even use the love from here as well if you wanted to put love instead of hello. That would work as well on here. Okay, so the bits and pieces you're going to need, let me just put that to one side, are for the card. Let me just grab my pieces in here. We have got, and I've got them ready, just so the video doesn't go on forever. You will need a piece of thick Whisper White, and that measures 8x4, and that's scored in half. So you've got a 4x4 card. I've already cut it and scored it. So you just fold that in half and burnish it. It's as simple as that. The other bits and pieces we need, a bit of the wood textures. Decide which design you like. There's obviously quite a few of them. You'll actually get 2 cards out of 1 sheet of 6x6. So you only need 2-3 sheets to actually make this whole project. You need 1 sheet for the box itself, and I've actually gone with a contrasting wood. So I've got 2 cats in one design, and I've got 2 cats in the other design. So what you will need to punch out are 3 cats in the DSP, because you're going to make 2 cards and then you need 1 for the box. You will need to punch out, for the card, you will need to punch out 4 of the thick Whisper White, and these are to actually build the cat up, because it just looks like a piece of wood actually. Really sturdy, as you can see, but they just looks like, yeah, bits of wood. Very cool, very nice quality card. So yeah, okay. So the first thing we want to do is to glue some of these together and get the Tombow. You're going to need Tombow for this, but this is really strong glue. In fact, I've got a new Tombow. I'll use that one. That one's run out. And they do absolutely seem to last forever. So I'm just going to grab my silicone mat here so I can lay it down. And just pop some glue just on the outline, a bit on his tail and his ears, and that should be fine. And put another cat on top, just so we can build up our layers and it becomes a really sturdy cat. Okay, and then you just need one more. And lay him on top. Like that. Also, using Tombow as well just gives you a few seconds to get him in place before it actually dries off. If you're using something like Fast Fuse, you wouldn't get that time. So Tombow is the ideal glue to actually use for this. Now, before we glue that one together, what I want to do is do his collar. So I am looking for my Whisper White baker's twine. So this is what we need, just some very simple baker's twine, and we're just going to make his collar. Now, I found the easiest way to do this is probably to cheat a little bit, because it really is too fiddly to start making bows. So we're going to do that as a separate thing. This is fiddly enough as it is. So we just want to tie a knot at the back like that, just to form his collar. So it's quite tight. You could, if it's not tight, you can just give it, pop a glue dot on, or stick it down with some Tombow and then cut that off like that. I need that in a minute. So now he's got his collar. Looks very pretty. And the next thing you want to do is grab just a scrap of the Whisper White. This is the thick Whisper White, and I'm using chocolate chip, but you could use soft suede, crumb cake. I quite like the chocolate chip, so not really much stamping to do. You do want, I got my mat to hand. I have, let me just use this because I'm using these clear stamps. You do need to have something just to give it a bit of pressure. Okay, let's just stamp that there. Perfect. I do like stamping and punching out, because if you don't quite get it quite right, it's okay, you're punching out. Put that to one side. I'm going to use this punch but you don't really need this punch. You know, you can actually just cut this out by hand if you don't have it. It's the classic label punch. I use it constantly. And you just want to, you're gonna be cutting it down. So I'm more interested in this side, the left hand side, and lining it up with the hello, because we're going to cut it in a minute. There we go. Get rid of that. Okay, what do I want? I want a glue dot now. I'm going to stick it. Why is everything's going missing today? Right, here we go. Paper piercer, that's what I'm after. Pop it on the back there. Stick that there. And then when it's in place, I would actually cut it. If I can find my snips, there they are. I'll just cut it about there. I don't want it too big. That's just about right. That's firmly on there. And then the next thing we want to do is just make the bow and stick it on. This is the reason why I've just made this first, actually, so it can actually dry off, and it is super stuck. So don't worry about your bows coming off, because if you pop in a little bit of Tombow on, they aren't going anywhere. Okay, so easy to do it this way. I'm all for doing easy stamping and easy crafting. And that's just about right. Snip that off, snip that off. That to one side, that to one side. I think this is probably the most fiddliest bit. And then just pop a little bit of Tombow just in the middle there, and then pop your bow on top, and it just looks like you spent absolutely ages tying a bow when it hasn't taken you long at all. So I'm just going to put him to one side and put the rest of the car together. There we go. I think this is going to be, this is the trickiest bit, actually, aligning the cats up together, because they do look so nice. Two cats rather than one cat. Now these are cut from the Layering Circles framelets, which I've cut out earlier, and let me just measure them so you know which ones I've actually used. Okay, so this one measures, it is 2 and 2 and, ooh, if I measure it from there to there, it's the framelit that's just short of 3 inches. Okay, and then it's the matching scallop, which is just slightly over 3 inches. They're the ones I've actually used today, if you wanted to use the same ones. And you are very simply sticking that on there. Then that goes straight on the card. Decide which way up, because the actually wood, the wood effect, you know, I'm having my wood going from top to bottom rather than side to side. So make sure you decide that before you actually stick it down. That's if you're using this DSP. I'm sure it will look lovely in quite a few other DSPs, but I really like this wood effect. When I was playing around deciding in which I was going to use for this project. I actually came up with a design, and then I decided on the which DSP I wanted to use. So the next thing we're going to do is just put the cats together, and they're gonna go like that. So this one just stands off very, very slightly. And again, you're just going to use Tombow to put them together. So I'm just going to put a little bit on his back here and tail. And that's all you need. And again, if you pop him on like that, just line him up. Just like that. Okay, we're nearly done. And then what we're going to use is some dimensionals, just to give him a little bit more dimension coming off there. So we've stuck the DSP and the Whisper White trim straight down on the piece of paper. So a couple of dimensionals just on the back is all you need. Really simple and quick to put together. It's just the getting the collar on the bow, really, on the cat, so it all stands out really nicely. Two beautiful silhouettes, and I think they make the most stunning gift cards. And there you go, that's your card. And then I would just make, if you don't have any 4x4 envelopes, you can actually just make them using the envelope punch board, and they do fit in here. There's plenty of room, for 4 cards and 4 envelopes to go in here. So there we go, that's your set. They go really nicely in there and clip like that. So I hope you like that project. If you'd like to purchase any of the products I've actually used today, I've listed them all on my blog, stampingwithsafiame.com. Just click the shop now button. If you like my video, do like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you have any questions, leave me a comment. I'm really happy to help. Any questions, if I've missed anything and something's not quite clear, just drop me a note. I'm always happy to help. And if you don't have a catalogue, I do have a few of the annual catalogues and also the new seasonal catalogues to give away. So just drop me an email and I'll pop one in the post to you. So thank you very much. Bye.